What is going on YouTube? It's Sankey. We're back with another one. Alright guys, so we've just come out of a crazy week in the markets. Now heading into next week, I'm still expecting volatility, but a lot of buying opportunities. So make sure you guys have the cash ready to catch these dips in the plays. As I've said to you guys before, make sure you always have cash available to deploy into the markets. We call that dry powder. And under no circumstance do you ever want to wipe out your dry powder, because often great opportunities come like this, where you can deploy that cash and make good returns in a couple of weeks or a couple of months time. Alright guys, so ahead of tomorrow's opening bell in the stock market, I've got a couple of plays I want to put on your radar. Now as I get you guys ready for that next turn in the market before we head into the bull run, I want to make sure you guys have these plays in the portfolio well built out, ready for their climb. So I've got a jam-packed on for you, so do make sure you stick this one all the way through for me. Now before I get to it, I'm going to need you guys to hit that like button for me, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button, join the journey. Without further ado, let's jump into our first play. So we're going to kick things off with Disney. That's ticker symbol DIS. Now guys, sometimes we just got to rock with those triple digit plays, because where there's value, we can't ignore. In fact, we have to make the most of it and capitalize on it. Disney, they got several arms to their business. One is their streaming side for their Disney Plus, which is close to 100 million monthly subscribers. And going forward, I'm expecting that number to continue climbing with new releases and as they gain more traction. As it continues to climb, their revenues will continue to grow and that stock price will continue to grow for us investors. Now also, I'm expecting that Disney Plus to become profitable in the next couple of years. So this business segment is flying for them. Now the second arm to the business, that's their theme parks. And when the pandemic hit, it completely annihilated their revenues. Last report, they were down 50%. But I've always said there's a lot of short-term value to be gained here as they transition over into recovery mode. And news has dropped over this weekend that I want to share with you guys. Their resort over in California is opening up on the 1st of April with limited capacity. So this is a good move in the right direction to getting the business back up to the levels that they used to be. Now Disney's currently trading $189. They've cooled off over the week, which opens up a good entry point if you don't already have a position in this one. And these are the kind of plays you want in your portfolio, which have a growing offering backed by strong leaderships and healthy balance sheets, so they deserve a position within the portfolio. Up on screen, that's Skillz, ticker symbol SKLZ, currently selling at $27.45. Now you guys know we caught this one in the mid 20s, we then rode them up to the 40s, we didn't panic sell as they came down with the market. But this gives you guys a second opportunity to grab this one under $30 if you didn't manage to catch them the first time round. The last business update I gave you guys said they made a partnership with the NFL to create hundreds of NFL themed games on the platform. This gives them the diversity they need to grow and expand their business, and this should be kicking off the second quarter of this year. So there's good things coming for this player. One thing you guys need to know is that there's super high engagement with the gamers on the Skillz platform. Normally with mobile games, gamers spend around 17 minutes per day. With Skillz, they spend around 62 minutes per day. And this is going to translate into good revenues for the business when they're released on the 10th of March. So make sure you guys have that date in your calendar ready for this play, because I'm expecting them to deliver good earnings, following suit with plays like Take-Two, Activision and Zynga, which all outperformed. Now Skillz, they currently have a market cap of around $11 billion, and there's a lot more room for this to grow. There's around 2 billion gamers out there, but Skillz, they have around 2 million monthly active gamers on the platform. So I'm expecting good things as they grow their revenues around 60% year on year with this play. So now's the time to load up on this one if you don't already have a position, or if you want to increase your current position on Skillz. Up on screen, that's MP Materials, ticker symbol MP. Again, this one's cooled off during the week and now they're sitting in the buy zone at $39. MP, they're the largest US miner of rare earths. Rare earths, they're using high technology in batteries, things of that nature. So there's a play on the growth that we're going to see in EV going forward. Not only that, we know that China right now, they're the largest producer of rare earths, and there's currently international tensions between China and the US and talks of some restrictions. So in that case, MP can step up to the table and fill in some of that gap. Now, once we start to see some stability in the market and a bounce back in some of these industries, MP, they're going to continue their climb back up to the $50 mark. So if you don't already have your position in this one, now's the time to do so. Up on screen, that's Micron Technologies, ticker symbol MU. And I had a subscriber ask me about some of my favorite semiconductor plays. Here we have one of them. This is a play that I caught at the beginning of the year. So as you can see, return 10% in this one. I'm expecting more as we progress forward. Now, Micron have their main product, that's their DRAM memory chip, that will continue to perform well as there's current supply shortages, an increase in price, as an increase in demand from sectors such as 5G, automobiles, mobile, and servers also. So I expect this play to hit $120 by the end of the year. That's why I say to you guys, keep your portfolios well diversified. Make sure you're making the most of all the mega trends, and the semiconductor is another industry. So if you don't already have a semiconductor play in your portfolio, you can grab some Micron. Now, what you guys must know is that semiconductor industry is cyclical, and I expect that stock price to come down slightly over time. So what we're going to do is when we hit that $100 mark, we're going to set our stop limits on this play so that if there's any downwards volatility, it can cash out our position, we can net some profit and move to the next one. Alright guys, let's talk about how we can level up as investors. Now, one part of your stock due diligence is to look at the historic price movement of the play. Now, the past doesn't determine the future, but I can give you some kind of indication of what to expect. Now, amongst other things, the first thing I look out for is momentum in the historic price movement. So I like to see a climb in that stock. If I don't see that, that's probably an indication that they're not increasing their revenues, delivering innovative products, and just all round delivering for their shareholders. So you want to see some kind of momentum in that play historically. The second thing I like to keep tabs on is their historic volatility. I like lower levels of volatility because it's easier to predict what's coming next. Now, high volatility might suit a swing trader because you can use that to your advantage. And the third thing I like to look out for is their rebound potential, which is a great topic of conversation for the current environment where we've seen a sell-off in a lot of plays and a lot of industries. I like to see how well that play's rebounded after the last crash and correction, because it can sometimes give you an indication of how well they might perform next time we face headwinds in the market. Alright guys, for rock with the channel, you know what time it is. The question comes from Scott. He says, quick question, NEO hit 32 then recovered quickly. This is where I get messed up on the entry points. Do I add at 38 due to it being in the buy zone, or use the nibble technique, grab a bit, then if it goes down to 32, grab some more? So this is a great question, so thank you for sending it in. Now you guys know when we're out there in the market grabbing these plays when they've dipped down, we're using the nibbling technique. So we're just grabbing some stock. We're not putting house deposit money down on any one single transaction, because this is because right now the market is still volatile, it's still weak, and there's still a link to bond yields. So if bond yields are going to continue to climb, the market is likely to continue to fall, and you would have been able to get a better price the next day or even the next week. So best off using that nibbling technique. Now you mentioned you grabbed NEO at 32, but it then climbed up to 38, but still in the buy zone. And what should you do? What you guys need to know is the market has not yet reached stability, so you guys should not be dollar cost averaging up. Since you bought NEO at 32, that's your new strike price. The idea is to try and get NEO or any other play that you bought below that price now, because the market's still volatile, market's still weak, and there's a potential that it could drop down lower. What you guys want to be doing right now is ensuring your dollar cost averaging down, not up. And while you're waiting for your play to drop down below its new strike price, you can move on to the next one and grab another play on the cheap. This is going to allow you guys to diversify your portfolios, get some new industries in there, some new plays. There's a lot of opportunities out there in the stock market, and this is the best time to build. Alright guys, that wraps things up. Do hit the like button for me, it really helps the channel out. And if you're new, hit the subscribe button, join the journey. Also check out a link down below to the Patreon where you can get access to our Discord, join our team of investors over there, and enter in some additional plays with us. As I always say, check into the channel each and every day. Stock market's rapidly moving. One thing left to say, ahead of markets opening tomorrow, let's go!